The comment of the day comes from a woman, which and on a social media platform called a Red Note, where women literally follow and subscribe to my account just so they can leave nasty comments and attacks. I literally have some women who regularly watch my videos and regularly comment on them. These are my favorite followers, that they follow me for the hate of how right I am about them. Okay, so this girl starts. Her name is Nisi. She starts with no. Of course, she doesn't want to show her face in her profile. That's fine. Haha, you're giving out advice that sucks. Now, let me be very clear. Western women and generally women are, when it comes to dating and picking the right guy, are the dumbest species on the planet. Any animal that you see in a zoo or in a wild, or an insect on the wall, has a better sense of how to pick a good mate. This is why it's important to date traditional women, because traditional women are not that much smarter than other women. They're traditional, so the tradition, their families, right, their culture tells them what kind of men to pick, right? That's why you want a traditional woman, because when there is no tradition, where there is no family, that's family oriented already in the first place. That's why these women don't know what a good man is anymore. So these women, if these women would not be calling my advice bad, I would worry about my advice. But let's move on. This is a okay. So by the way, this is a reply to one of the celebrities who's in her 40s. She said that she now is into slow dating, which is another way of saying friends first dating. Now let's be very clear that friends first is when a woman wants to meet a man, go out on a bunch of dates with him, but not give him sex. Meanwhile, most of the time, this woman still expects the compliments, the attention, the energy, the drinks and dinners paid for. So essentially, it's kind of like being in a sexless marriage, right? You're giving a lot to this girl, and you're getting pretty much nothing that you want in return. That's what the friends first or slow dating is. So this girl's reply and says, well, this is a way to start a meaningful relationship where both people can find out if they actually like each other. Bullshit. This is why women are so bad at this. Finding, yes, I agree, we should find out more about each other, but that absolutely includes sex. Most of you women suck at it, and I don't mean it in a good way. Most women are really bad at sex, and a lot of you don't look good naked either, so we don't want to have sex with you. A lot of times you look good in clothes and you take it off and I go, look, holy fuck, no thank you. Okay, so now you, of course, there's plenty of guys who are just willing to stick it in any warm hole because they don't get, whatever. I think they're stupid because they should really hire professional services if they're desperate and save themselves time and money. But I digress. So you want to get to know us with conversation and maybe some nagging and seeing how much of a free dinners you can get out of us. Fine, fine. But we want to get to know you by seeing how good you are in bed and how good you look naked. So yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. You sure get to know us on your terms, but we don't get to know you the way we want it. That's why men should avoid it. Now she continues to say, men don't. By the way, she meant women. Yeah, this modern women are really smart, right? She meant women. Women don't want that. Who are just looking for one thing. What she probably meant was women don't want men who are just looking for one thing. Two things. Again, she's completely delusional, doesn't understand what the reality is, especially for men. First of all, most women don't have anything else to offer besides sex. So that one thing that we want is the only thing that you have to offer. If you want us to want you for more things, offer more. Either don't come across as a whore, right? Or showcase something that we would appreciate. Show us your feminine side. Show us that you're going to give us peace. Show us your kindness and submissiveness. By the way, it's not that fucking hard either. But you don't. Most of the women are no good for anything more than just sex. And even then, for those of us who actually like sex for the quality, not quantity, most of them are no good. Sorry. But here's the thing. The only way pretty much most men would have a serious relationship with you. You think that we come in and we right away saying, "Oh, this I want to have I want to marry this girl one day." If a guy says that or even thinks that, he's fucking retarded. I mean, it is a pathetic, simping, beta male behavior. Okay, and I know some men do it. It's like, "Oh my god, pretty girl who smiled at me, I'm gonna marry her." Yeah. Oh fuck, how do you guys even live with yourselves? I don't even know. But let's just put those men aside. The first thing that man wants is absolutely sex. Before that, until you have sex with a guy, he will behave however he thinks you want him to behave to get into your pants. So most guys will not even be themselves. So it's really in your best interest to sleep with him if you really want to know who he is. That's number one. Secondly, even after that, we decide, well, sex not very good, or oh, Jesus Christ, I did not think that her body was going to look that bad. And then most guys mail. That's why you guys are like, oh, guys just like to, hit it and quit it. Well, no, we would like to hit it again and again and again. We put a lot of work into getting into your pants. It would be nice to do it again without all of the hassle now. But it was so bad that we have to go and start over. Those men who actually do enjoy the first experience go like, I'd like to do it again and again and again. And then it becomes a one night stand becomes a friends with benefits relationship. After a while, the guy goes like, whoa, I've noticed there's a human being attached to that vagina down there. Oh, how are you? And that human being is actually very nice. Every time I hang out, and I'm done with what I wanted, I'm actually very much enjoying my time with her. You know what I mean? I enjoy how she interacts with me throughout the day, and only then a man would say, okay, we've gone through the one night stand, which turned into friends with benefits. And only then it will possibly turn into a relationship. So this whole concept that a man would actually want to date you from the very beginning is so fucking stupid. I mean, we are not that complicated of creatures, men. Okay, we're very easy to figure it out, and yet, ladies, you still can't fucking do it. It is genuinely unbelievable to me. The Rock in a live chat says, when any girl on any dating app in the West can have 1,000 matches per day, and yes, they can, you couldn't even compete with Chats, who will win her competition. Thankfully, you're in Thailand. Thankfully, I'm in Thailand. That's correct. But things are, as you can see, getting skewed because if a girl speaks English, she's too Americanized, right? If girl has dated, foreigners before, she's already damaged by simping and so forth. I gotta tell you, I am not that afraid of competition with Chads. I feel like I'm actually in good looking enough and in shape when I can compete on looks as well. I will lose to a guy who is, with six packs and 6'2" in terms of looks. But I have to tell you, I have never in my life, and I'm almost 50, have met a girl who I would consider a relationship material or a wife material, who would pick men based on how good looking they are. As long as man is not ugly or just cute, that's all those women require. After that, to them, it's much more important many other things in a man that really used to matter more, and now they don't, right? The education, how good of a relationship he has with his mother, is he well traveled, what is his track record with his previous relationships, what is his life like, is he a hard worker, is he motivated, does he make enough money to support a family, all of those things used to matter more, as long as you make like the minimum requirement of the girl to be physically attracted to you, right? So if a girl's going for the chat, that means that she will never see all of those things in you, and that's not the girl you want to be with, right? We're talking about the relationship. Now, if you just want to get laid, like I said, guys, I don't care where you're in the world, whether it's legal or illegal, that should be handled by saving money and time, and you guys know what that is, right? Do you think high IQ women are still susceptible to feminism? From what I know, people with high IQ tend to think before they speak, and whenever mistakes they do, they recognize their own fault. Well, women, okay, I'm going to take it in a bit of a different direction here. Women with high IQ usually end up having careers, right? They end up going to school and college and getting masters and PhD, right? Those are women with high IQs. And by definition of what it is, that means that they usually waste away their best years when they should be looking for a husband. And you can't even get them until they're close to their 30s or already into their 30s, right? But by then, they have so many masculine traits that they had to develop in order to be successful, throughout college, throughout their careers, that they're just no longer dateable. So to me, high IQ women, they're unlikely to be submissive and traditional in the first place. So I really don't care if they're also submissive, susceptible to feminism and stuff like that. To me, that's just a moot point already.
If you want to ditch modern women and move abroad for more traditional relationships, go to themillionmanproject.com, take my most comprehensive course, and change your life.